Shalom to everybody, all the American people. Shalom to all my people in YouTube. Welcome to my channel. For those who do not know me, my name is Daniel Israel. Shalom to all of you. Now, today, I'm going to do this in English, most likely. So, everybody are welcome to a vote on my chat room. This is about the Yeshua really say you only keep 2 commandments and the rest of the commandment not. Okay? Let's talk about this today and let's read what really Yeshua said. Most of the Christians really say that you only keep 2 commandments. Okay. Let me say this in a little bit in Spanish so those who watch this. Para aquellos que son latinos, la mayoría cristianos dice solamente tú guardas 2 mandatos del Señor y el resto no. Y eso, lo que Yeshua realmente dijo eso, let's talk about this now. Let's go back to English, okay? Así, shalom to all of you. Okay. All right. So let's wait a little bit more. Those people who come to my chat room and so now let's start with this. Let's start talk about this. And I was watching other channels that they're talking about that you always say you will be safe and you will not lose the salvation. So in that chat room, in that channel, I'm not going to mention the channel, but in that channel, they were talking about, I'm mentioning about the 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. This is the love of God who keep God's commandment. So somebody came up and said, you only keep 2 commandments. Oh, okay. Now, there's a problem, really a big problem with the religion and Christian. Okay? There is a very big problem. And they will make a lot of excuses. They will make a lot of excuses to get away with it. They say, oh, you only keep 2 commandments. They make a lot of excuses. Okay. Manuel, God bless you. Shalom. And I'm just waiting for Robert. Robert! Okay. Now, where Robert? No panic today. Okay. Let me see if I can say this in Spanish. I want to do it a bit. All right. But let's read what Yeshua really said, okay? Because it is very dangerous to play around with God's words. And we need to be extremely careful and listen to the Messiah, Yeshua. Okay? Well, let's I have my cell phone here. Woo! let's okay. Let's read what Yeshua really said. Matthew. Okay. Okay, you ready? Maria, shalom, shalom. Shalom aleichem. Shalom. Okay. Let's read what Yeshua says, okay? Look at what it said, Matthew 22, verse 36. Let's start 36. Teacher, Rabbi, which is the greatest commandment in the law? Okay. One of the leaders asked the rabbi, which one the commandment is greatest? Watch this. Jesus repeated, love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your mind. Watch this. Verse 38. This is the first of the greatest commandment. And then he said, and the second commandment is love your neighbor as yourself. Now, you need to be extremely very careful. Let's read verse 40. Look what it says. Look at what it says. I'm sorry. Look at what it says. All the law and the prophets, hand on. It do not say the rest of the commandment. Do not keep it. It do not say that. Look at what it says. All the law and the prophets, hand on. You hand on. You hand on all the commandment, all these two, the law and the prophet, hand on in these two commandments. Hand on the law of the prophet. These two commandments, hand on the law and the prophets. See? In other words, if you love Adonai, Elohim, if you really love him with all your mind, your heart, and strength, if you really love him, you will keep all his commandments, what he had mentioned in the prophets. Yeshua had never said you only keep two. What he's trying to say is that this two is greatest commandment. It's the greatest. Watch this. Okay? Watch this. This is why he never, the people should vote no, because he never did not say you only keep two commandments. He did not say that. Watch this. Let's go to Matthew chapter 7. This is very, very strong. Watch this. Let's start verse 21. Look at this. This is very important to learn and listen very careful the Messiah. Look at what it says. Not everyone who say to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the kingdom of heaven, but only the one who do the will of my Father who is in heaven, and those who listen to him, your mighty God. Verse 22, watch this. Many will say to me on that day, for those who do not want to keep God's commandments, yep, you need to be careful. You need to be very, very careful. Look at what Yeshua said. Yeshua had given a warning. You won't have no excuses. Okay? No tendrás excusas. Look at what it says. Many will say in that day, Lord, Lord, did not we prophesy in your name? In your name drive out demons. In your name perform many miracles. That means there will be many Christians who are going to believe Yeshua, but they're not obedient. You see? They're going to believe Yeshua. They're going to use his name. Okay? And not only that, they're going to use his name. They're going to use the Torah. They're going to use the Bible for their benefits. Okay? In such an evil way. And they're going to live their life their own way, disobedient God's commandment. Now, hey, Robert, shalom. Look what it says. Verse 23. Look what it says. Then I will tell them plainly, I never knew you. Away from me. Break God's law. You see? There's not a Bible that says lawlessness. You lawlessness means you're breaking God's commandment. Verse 24, look at this. Therefore, everyone who hears this word of mine and put them into practice, it's like a wise man who built his house on the rock. There's many Christians who proclaim to say they are right, the house is built in the rock. They're not building the rock. Because they say, I don't have to keep the God's commandment. I don't have to keep the Sabbath. I don't have to keep it this and this and this and this. I'm just only to love myself, love my neighbor, and love God. That's two things I need to do. Really? So guess what? Yeshua said right here, those who practice them and put in practice, like why who built the house in a rock. Okay? Not only that, in the book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 19, he said, anyone, wait a minute, something happened here. Okay. Something happened. Anyone anyone, look at what Yeshua say, anyone who puts one in the little commandment on the side and teach others to do the same thing, you would be the least of the kingdom of heaven. It means that you are not important in the kingdom of heaven. Look at what Yeshua said. And whoever practice and cheat others, you shall be called the greatest of the kingdom of heaven. That's not my word. That is Yeshua's commandment. Why he said that? Why he did said if you put one of the least commandments? Why he did say that? So that really means that Yeshua did not really say you only keep 2 commandments. Okay? What he trying to do is that Yeshua said, this is very important, it's greater. And these 2 commandments handle all the law. It do not say these 2 destroys the rest of the law. That's not what I mean. That is not what that means. And we live in a very, very dangerous. This is why many Christians fall away so easy, practicing in sin. They played around the divorce. They played around lying to the people. They played around stealing money. They played around even murder. And not only that, they make it a bunch of excuses to get away with the Sabbath of the Lord. This is because they would use Jesus, they would use Yeshua. Oh, I don't have to keep the commandment because he already did for me. In other words, I'm going to lay down, lazy boy. I don't have to practice the commandment. He already did for me. Really? That means that you have to lay down like lazy boy and not to practice, not to teach others? That's danger. Danger. Very dangerous. Oh, Daniel, you might kind of use them where they say nobody justifies. Nobody justifies. This is by faith, right? Whoa. Don't hold on. What Paul is saying there is that you don't go show off. No, I do this. That's that pride that you justify. That you are saved and you in other words, you justify because I'm good and this, not by faith. Okay? But when we live by faith, that do not mean that we do not keep the God commandment. I mean, that's not what that means. That you don't keep God commandment. When we live by faith, when we live by grace, that do not mean we abuse the God commandment. That's not what I mean. Let's read what Paul said. The book of Romans. Look at what the book of Romans says. Chapter 3, verse 31. It says, look what it says. Do we then make a vow the Lord through faith? God forbid. Yet we establish the Lord. Hello. Why Paul say that? It means, do we abuse the Lord by faith? That's what I mean. Do we break God's commandment and live by faith because you are living by faith? Huh? No. Of course not. Of course not. Listen, I don't tell nobody to how to keep the Sabbath days for the Lord. When you love the Lord with all your heart, you do it with a love. You see? It's like the same way when you give the office at the gift, this office at the gift with love. And you do it out of your love. And when you really love Yeshua, you keep his commandment. That's what he said. If you love me, keep my commandment. That's what he said. This is not a joke. This is not a joke. And let me tell you something. Those who play them around like that, Yeshua said, and you read it. I mentioned it. Matthew chapter 7, verse 24. It said, I never knew you breaking God's law. Lord, how I broke your laws. Please, I prophesied. I made miracle in your name. I cut demon out of your name. But Lord, how I could broke your commandment? And then he's gonna show you that you did this, and this. You were teaching other people not to keep the God commandment. And God will get. This is what's going to happen. God gonna say you were teaching others to do the same thing, not to keep God's commandment. Yeah, Maria, I noted that. I noted that. Maybe somebody, maybe that they don't like what we're talking about. They don't like it what we are talking about here. And I mean, But look at what Yeshua said in Matthew 19. You know, this is danger. Very, very, very dangerous. And we were talking the truth. What Yeshua, we cannot deny what Yeshua said. And they want to put their own word, their own word. Let me say this in a little bit Spanish, okay? Niega lo que dice Yeshua para ello poner tu propio pensamiento con tu propio contexto y saca la Torah fuera del contexto para poner el contexto de ellos, para que puedan huir, decir que estamos, lo hacen ver como una gracia enorme, pero no. Están abusando la gracia. Okay. Now, let me go back to English. Okay. Look at what it said in the New Living Translation. Well, then if we amplify faith, and do this mean that we can forget about the Lord? Of course not. In fact, only when we have faith do we truly fulfill the Lord. Okay. Yo creo que Cristian Marino hizo un video ahí, yo no sé, I don't know. He did a video. Christian Marino did a video, and only one person went to the chat room. One person. This is the first time that he do something like that, and one person went to the chat room. So anyway, exactly, he losing his population. Exactly. So, anyway, I want to say that very clear. Jesus did not say only you keep 2 commandments and not the rest. He did not say you shall not do idol. He didn't say not to keep that commandment. He did not say that. He did not say you should not keep the Sabbath. He did not say that. You shall not lie, and he did not say that you should not keep that either. He didn't say that. Committed adultery. He did not say that you should not keep that commandment. Adultery. Not committed adultery. He said that. And all his commandments, he did not say that you should not keep the commandment. There's nowhere in the Bible say that. And for those, they say, oh, we could keep the God commandment except the Sabbath. He did not say that either. Because Matthew 19, he's very clear. He said, anyone who put one of the religious commandments on the side, that includes the Sabbath. You put it on the side and teach others to do the same. This is what people are living now, or most of them. You're going to have to give accountable what you're doing and what you are teaching in the God commandment who already established. And most of them deny God commandment. Look at what Paul said. Look at what Paul said. Romans chapter 7, he said this word. So then, the Lord is holy. L-A-W, Lord. The Lord is holy. And the commandment is holy and righteous and good. Why it said the Lord is holy and God commandment is holy? Why you people teaching the opposite? Why I hear many people teaching the opposite? There was a man who named Moshe Morales. He channeled his Moshe Gospel Lab. And I will mention it just no. I will tell the truth. I'm not gonna cover this hiding him what he did say. And you did say that, Moses. That man said, whoever tells you that about the keeping God commandment and the Sabbath is demonic. That's what he said. He called it demonic. And that's blasphemy. That is blasphemy. Over here is holy. You have blasphemy what is holy. The law is holy and the commandment is holy. Yeah, you want a balloon? I got a lot of balloon here. Mm-hmm. Wait a minute. Woo! Let me show you a lot of balloon here. I'm not gonna tell you. What, you gonna bring me a gift? So the Lord is holy, and the commandment is holy and righteous and good. You see? I don't know why you cannot mention it. There's people to say, oh, don't mention this. You tell people about the commandment, that what? It's serious. And you need, let me show you something. Let me show you something. Moisés, si tú me estás viendo, arrepiéntate lo que tú dijiste, reconocer esto lo que dice aquí. I hope you repent, Moses, what you did say, to recognize what Romans chapter 7, verse 12, what it says here. But if you don't recognize, you're a coward. Si no quieres reconocerlo, entonces tú eres cobarde. Y los cobardes no entran al reino del cielo. So, all right. You see, my vote and the vote of people, the 4 people vote, okay? They will not say no. They will not say yes. Jesus will not. The 4 people say no. That's good, and may the Lord Yeshua HaMashiach bless them for those 4 people. And this is to show you they will not say yes or no. This is to show you this is the people they're living a confused. They're not living in the rock of the Lord. They're not really living in the rock of the Lord. Let me say in Spanish. Hay 4 votos y eso es bueno, y Dios lo bendiga a aquellos que votaron por 4 votos, 4 personas, que no, Jesús en ningún momento ha dicho eso, que tú guardar 2 mandatos nada más, pero la gente no quiere decir un sí o no, porque esas son las personas que viven, no están viviendo en la roca del Señor. No viven en la roca del Señor. Otra cosa. Other thing, I want to mention something very important. Look what they say here. Okay. Look at what they say here. 1 John chapter 2, verse 4. Look at what it says. Whoever say I know him, there's many Christians that say I know him, but do not do what the commandment is a liar. You are a liar. And I do dare to call Moses a liar. You are a liar. Mira lo que dice aquí. Look what it says here. But who do not do the what command is a liar, and the truth is not in him. That person. That's it. It's a liar. Who proclaim to say that you are Christian and they could proclaim that you say, I live for Jesus. I believe Jesus. I believe Yeshua. And you proclaim to be, you have to live like him did. 1 John chapter 2, verse 6. You have to live like him. You have to live like him. How he was on earth. The Lord had kept his commandments. You know what? We cannot be perfect. We're not perfect. You make it so much a bunch of excuses. Yeshua himself said, be perfect as the Father in heaven is perfect. When he say that, it's because you can be perfect. You can be perfect. No, I can't. You can be perfect. Yes, you can be perfect. There's no way in the Bible said that you cannot be perfect. You can be perfect. You can. You can be perfect. And let me say something. You could be perfect doing the evil stuff that you done before. Let's say you done before, and you could do this perfect. I could do this bad. I could do that. You could that. Whatever you want to call. I do this. Let me say it in Spanish. Yo hice esta cosa mala bien perfecto. Lo hice perfecto en las cosas malas. Eso tú lo puedes hacer, ¿verdad? Well, there you go. So, you can be perfect. Yes, you can. With the help of Yeshua HaMashiach, through him, by prayer, and by listening to la Torah, la Torah, read and listen, and do exercise. Like, when you do exercise to build your muscle, you practice. Do exercise, practice. And eventually, you can be perfect for the Lord. You can. So, there's 5 votes now. 5 votes. And that's good. That's 5 votes. That's good. That's good. So, Amen. 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 Amen, Maria. Amen, Robert. Amen. Jesus is perfect. He's perfect. And now, through him, we could be free from sin. And then you could do things perfect to God. You know what Yeshua said? Whoever he keep his word unto the end, whoever keep his word and practice unto the end, whoever keep unto the end shall be saved. Wow. He said, you keep it into the end, shall be saved. Shall be saved. And let me show you something. Let go Matthew. Uh, Matthew 19, chapter 19, verse 17. Look at what Yeshua said to a man. He said, look at what he said. Why do you ask me about what is good? GCVP. There is only one who is good. Look at what Yeshua said. If you want to enter life, in other words, you want to enter the eternal life, you want the life, to enter the life, keep that commandment. Woof! Hallelujah. Baruch Hashem Adonai. It's not my word, it's Yeshua word. Look what it say. If you want life, keep the commandment. Matthew 19, verse 17. In book of the Revelation, chapter 22, verse 14, he said, blessed those who keep the commandments. Blessed will answer to the tree of life. For those who have kept God's commandments, who obey. It's in the book of Revelation. How are you going to deny that? Let's read it. Let's read it. Look what it says. Blessed are those. Let me read the King James Bible. So look what it says. Blessed are they that do his commandment, that they may have the rights to the tree of life and may enter through the gates to the cities. Wow. That's not my word. That's Yeshua's word. Let me say this a little bit in Spanish. Adonai ha dicho, bendecido aquel que hace los mandatos y tendrá el derecho de tomar el libro de la vida, entrará la puerta de la ciudad. Esas son palabras de Hashem Adonai y no se puede contradecir. It cannot condition his word. That's what he said. Fortunately, there's a lot of Christians, a bunch of hypocrites and the evil. They twist God's word, and there's many ways, and you will be accountable to teaching other people to do the same thing the way you are teaching. Oh, we don't have to keep God's commandments. We don't have to. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, you're gonna have to keep. You're gonna have to end up giving account to God. You know, that's danger. This is why. This is why in the America church, this is why they don't talk about the God commandment. They don't talk about Yeshua commandment. They don't want to listen. They want to listen a lifestyle easy way. This is why the American people are falling to sin very easy. Very easy. Because they don't have a pastor, God the sheep. Hey, don't go over there. Hey, do not go over there. God the sheep. Hey, do not go over there. Come here. You know what I mean? To control the sheep. But now we have a bunch of pastors who are wicked people, lukewarm, and nothing but also, oh, I need money. Exactly, Maria. They preach for their convenience, for the lifestyle. And this is evil. This is evil. And they don't pay attention to what Jesus said. That's why Jesus said, you keep my word. My word, what he mentioned. These are people so evil that they don't mention what Jesus says. Yeshua. They will not mention him. And they proclaim, oh, I'm a Christian. You need salvation. I'm a Christian. You need the Lord. And these people will not mention what Yeshua says. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then, check it out. They take the flyer, they go in the street, a bunch of people, Jesus love you. Here, I'm gonna give you a fly. The fly say, here, Jesus love you, Jesus coming soon. Repent, Jesus coming soon. But they do not mention the God commandment. They will not mention the God commandment. They won't. They won't. I'm telling you, they will not. And mira. I don't know how they could reject what Yeshua said, Matthew chapter 5, verse 19. I don't know how they can deal with this. I don't get it. Look at what Yeshua. Oh, Yeshua said that before he died. No, Yeshua is the same as yesterday and today and tomorrow. The word yesterday, it means he's the same tunnel. from the beginning on the foundation. You understand that? He is the same yesterday, the same foundation. Don't believe this type of people. They say that Jesus changed the commandment. He did not come to destroy the commandment. He did not come to destroy the prophets. You're a bunch of liars and hypocrites. I had the right to defend my God, to defend Yeshua HaMashiach, his word. And the church is sleeping. A lot of Christians are sleeping. Okay? They're not doing what Yeshua said the way that they're supposed to be. You're not doing it. And let me tell you something. For those who did like this to me, it don't bother me. It don't bother me. It don't bother me. Because you know why? Those who give like this, because you are not the children of God. Periodically. Those who say like this, because you are the type of person who will not listen to mighty God, just the way Yeshua said. The book of John, chapter 8, verse 47, he said, those who listen, God belong to God. And for those who do not listen, it do not belong to God. And those who give like this, it's because they do not belong to God. Bottom line. Exactly, Robert. Exactly, Robert. People wasting time and for not teaching what the Lord wanted to us to teach other people. To warning other people what God is teaching us. And let me tell you something. You know what Yeshua said? I'm gonna say this. Bless in the name of the Lord, thou blesses. May the Lord bless those pastors who really teach other God commandment and they practice God commandment and teach other to do the same. Just exactly what Yeshua said. And he in Matthew chapter 5, verse 19. That's what he said. Those who practice and teach others is called the greatest, the kingdom of heaven. And that person are doing something for the greater, the kingdom of heaven. Okay? And those who deny his commandment, they are not doing God's greater commandment. They're not doing nothing for the kingdom of heaven. They're not doing for the kingdom of heaven. They're a bunch of hypocritical religion. And then, check it out. They criticize, the Pharisees, the teacher of the law, all these people, blah, 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 blah. And you're the worst people too. You are doing the same thing what the Pharisees were doing. This is why Yeshua rebuked them, hypocrites, because they were not keeping God's commandment. They were not keeping God's commandment. This is why. And people are really playing with fire. Really, you guys gonna get surprised mighty God. Okay. You don't see people telling the truth about the God commandment. They could, oh, we live in the grave. We don't have to keep God commandment. Blah blah blah. This is the people are not doing nothing for God kingdom. When they talk like that, they're not doing nothing for the God kingdom. No, they're not. They're not doing nothing but the God kingdom. Yeshua said, not all who say, Lord, Lord, we enter the kingdom of heaven. And Yeshua said, those who do my Father will. We have to do the God kingdom will. We have to do what Jesus said. So we could be called the greater the kingdom of heaven. That's what Yeshua said. In Matthew 5, verse 19. Exactly. Okay. This is why the people do not. This is sad. This is sad. I'm telling you. This is sad. But I'm happy. I'm glad that I do mention it. There's no other people that do mention it. They don't. When you look at YouTube, when you look at the church, they don't mention it. This is sad. This is really sad. They don't mention what Jesus said. Look at what Jesus said on John 14. Okay. Let me get my glasses. Let me get my glasses. Okay. Let's go to John 14. Voila. Look what I say here. John chapter 14. Okay. Let's go. John 14, verse 15. Look at this. Look at what I say here. If you love me, keep my command. And I will ask the Father that he will give you another vocats to help you be with you forever. Look at it. Look at it. Be with you forever. The spirit of the truth. The spirit of the truth. The world cannot accept him. Por eso, that's why the many people, even including people who proclaim to say they are Christian, the world will not accept him. You don't accept him, what his commandments say, and you switch it around that say that Jesus, Yeshua, had destroyed the Sabbath? No. Look what it says. The spirit of the truth, the world cannot accept the truth, because it neither see him, not know him, but you know him, for he live with you and will be in you. I will not leave you as an option. I will come to you. I will come to you. Before long, the world will not see me anymore, but you will see me, because I live in you. Also will live. Okay, let me see. On that day, you will realize that I am in the Father, in my Father, and you are in me, and I'm in you. Look at it, verse 21. Whoever had my commandment, are you listening to this? Look at it. Whoever had my commandment and keep them is the one who loved me. And the one who loved me will be loved by the Father. I too will love them and show myself to them. You see? Those who really have my commandment, and if we have on a person, we have somebody who did say, whoever tells you to keep the commandment is demonic. That's what the person said. It's demonic. And that is blasphemy. No, I'm sorry. That glass is not from Walmart. No. Oh, no. Esto no es de Walmart. But look what it says. Whoever keep my commandment is the one who loves me. Don't tell me that you love Jesus, Yeshua. Don't tell me. Because you don't. Read this, John chapter 14, the whole page. And and look at yourself in the mirror and say to yourself, do I really love Jesus? Do I love God? Do I love him? Look at yourself in the mirror. And look at what you're saying. Telling other people, oh, you don't have to keep God's commandment. No. You're okay. Just believe in God, you're okay. You don't have to keep it. No. Let me tell you something. You don't love Jesus. You don't love Yeshua. Maria say, Maria dice, Maria say, if Christians do not keep the commandment, then they are not knowledge that he sacrificed on the cross. Amen. when you're done, have to ask you a question. Oh, sure, why not? Um, okay. Um, somebody, I want to do that surgery, my eye, and there's a thing to your eye, and then you don't have to use the glasses anymore. You don't have to use the glass anymore. I want to have a banana eye. $6 million man. Woohoo. I used to have a wear like hate like a light blue contact eye. I used to have them, and there was, man, I lost it, and it was beautiful, and people say, "Wow, you have beautiful eyes." Ah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Uh, look, it's clear. It's clear right here. You know, when I look, when I put this, when I look at the letter, I see a little bit blurry. I see it blurry. Ah, now I can see clear. Okay. Let me read this again. Whoever have my commandment and keep them is the one who love me. The one who love me will be loved by my Father. Wow. That's awesome. Wow. Wow. That's awesome. You see, when you love, when you say, when you love your wife, and you say, God commandment said, I will not commit adultery. And you will love God, Yeshua, not to commit that. When you love your neighbor or your friend, not to lie, you love Yeshua. And when you not steal money from other people or do some trick or something, you will love Yeshua. Okay? And when you will not murder that person with a hate, remember, hate is murder. When you hate somebody, you will not hate somebody, you will love Yeshua commandment. Let me tell you something. When you love the commandment of the Sabbath, holy, you really love God. Simple. When you don't do love, you don't love Him, Yeshua. Seriously, you don't love Him. And man, look at it. Look at it. Let me read this verse 23. Look at it. Verse 23 says, anyone who loves me will obey my teaching. My Father will love them. You see? And we will come to them and make our home with them. Anyone who do not love me will not obey my teaching, or who not obey my teaching. You see, you don't obey his teaching and teach other people to teach exactly what Yeshua said. He said, who do not obey my teaching, these this word that you heard are not my own. That's not his own. Look, they belong to the Father who sent me. You see? This is why Yeshua said in the book of John, chapter 8, verse 47, who hear God's word belong. They are the one who belong to God. And those who do not hear and say, I don't have to keep that commandment. I just love my neighbor and I love myself. I love my neighbor. I don't have to keep the rest of the commandment. I just choose. That's it. I don't have to keep the God Sabbath. I don't have to. Guess what? You don't love God. You don't love God. You don't love God. You're a liar. Simple. You are a liar. That's all. 1 John chapter 2, it say clear, you are a liar. That's the Holy Word say. You are a liar. You are a liar. You don't love God. You're a liar. You're a liar. Christian, you're a liar. Moses, you are a liar. And many people out there who I know, you are also a liar. You're a liar. You don't love God. You're so mean. No, I'm not mean. I'm not mean. Read what the 1 John chapter 2. Read it. Read it. Whoever says that they live for Jesus must live the way Yeshua was living. Whoever says they live for Jesus, for Yeshua, must live just as he was. 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. Verse 6. Must live the way he was living. Don't come with that easy. I'm a Christian. Oh, yeah, I'm a Christian. Oh, yeah. Yo, yeah, I'm a Christian. Baloney. You a liar. You're a liar. I'm sorry. It will make you yourself a liar. You need to look at your mirror. I have a mirror right there. Look at your mirror. Look at yourself. I am really love God. I mean really love him. Do I really go out of people mentioning his commandment? The way Yeshua said, whoever practices and teach others to do the same shall be called the kingdom of heaven. Are you the greater the kingdom of heaven? Are you doing something for the greater the kingdom of heaven? Are you doing for that? Are you willing to do that? No, you're not willing. You're not doing the God's will. Baruch Hashem Adonai Israel. Baruch Atah Adonai Hata Holam. Amen. You're gonna ask me Robert, you ask, well, can I ask me a question later? You said later, right? When I finish. Okay. You're gonna ask me a question later. Um, Blessed for those who vote sick people, the sick people who voted me, not voted me. Sick people vote for no. That means they vote no for they believe that Jesus did not say to you only keep two commandments and the rest not. He did not say that. You know why people will not vote? You know why? Because honestly, it's say right there. When you have God, is truly God in you, you believe what His commandments said. But that's what can I do? So I feel wonderful. I'm telling you, for real. In my heart, I feel wonderful for mighty God, for Adonai Elohim, for Him. I feel wonderful. You know why I feel wonderful? Because I really mentioned what he said. John chapter 14, Matthew chapter 5, 1 John chapter 2, 1 John chapter 5, verse 3. This is the love. This is the love of God by keeping His commandment. This is the true love of God. And I feel good because I feel great. I don't care what people think. I don't care what they say. I don't care. But I feel good. And I believe what He did say. And to mention it. If I do not mention it, what He said, if I don't, I am guilty. Guilty. Okay? Guilty. Guilty. Okay, guys. Let me say this a little bit in Spanish. I'm done. I'm finished. And let me say this in Spanish. Yo me siento bien, de verdad. Mencionar lo que Yeshua ha dicho. Mateo 7. Juan 14. Mateo 5. Primera de Juan 2, capítulo 2. Primera de Juan, capítulo 5. Yo me siento bien, muy bien para el Señor, porque Dios se agrada cuando lo mencionamos. Los mencionamos. ¿Ah? Con gozo, con alegría, que mencionáis el estatuto, las palabras que Él nos dejó a nosotros. Y para aquellos que no mencionan, son unos ingratos, una vergüenza. Todo lo que pasa aquí, enseñando cosas que Yeshua no ha dicho. What question? Let me see. Hold on. What question? I can't dry out my. Where's your question? What question you say? No, sometimes I don't cook. When I cook, when I want to, it's been a long time. I don't cook. Wow, I don't hardly cook. Being lazy. I don't cook. I cook something and eat something small. Uh, okay. I'm celebrating my birthday for the whole month. For the whole month. Yeah, I sometimes I eat outside, but not all the time. Say, Robert, it is true that you're not supposed to wear any Jewish with the seal of Solomon because you can swim in the. No, that's not true. You mean like daughter David? No, that's not true. That's not true. If I wear a Jewish daughter David, no, that's not true. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. 59 years old. No, eso no es verdad. Si tú usas una cadena de la estrella de David, no es malo. No es malo. O sea, esto es cosa de ignorancia. Decir, eso tiene 6 puntos. 6 puntos y ¿acaso la Biblia no menciona que hay un ángeles en el trono de Dios con 6 alas? 6 alas. Eso. Ahora, malo es que usan the people you majority cubano, they use Lázaro, and many Cubanos, I spoke with them. I said, "Did you not know that Lázaro is Jewish?" Let me decirle esto en español. muchos cubanos usan cadena con el símbolo de Lázaro y yo le digo a ellos, ustedes no sabían que Lázaro es judío, no es cubano. Lázaro no es cubano, entiéndalo. Lázaro no está velando por cubano. Perdóname con todo el respeto, pero Lázaro no está para velar a proteger a los cubanos. Lázaro está descansando en paz en el paraíso. Está descansando. Ajá, usaban la santería, pero la realidad, la realidad, no, Lázaro no está envuelto en ello. Wow. That's I'm sorry. Lazarus is Jewish, okay? He's not Cuban. Let me say the Spanish those who are cubano. Mira, Lázaro no es cubano, ¿ok? Lázaro no está descansando. Nuestro Padre quiere que nosotros pedimos a Él, no a nadie. Okay? God wants to ask Him, only Him, not nobody. Because the rest of the dead people cannot hear you. Okay? El resto del muerto no puede escuchar. Yeah. So, okay, guys. Exacto. La Santa Lárbara. Okay, guys. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm gonna wait a little bit to people who vote, so I could I could put the end poll to vote. The people who really vote. How many people vote? They believe that Yeshua did not say you don't keep the rest of the commandment, only 2 commandments. He did not say that. I have a neck with the fish. Oh, that's great. You know, Maria, now que ahora que tú mencionas eso, you know, Maria, they found, listen to this, in Jerusalem, they found the first church, okay? The first church, okay, in Jerusalem, 2,000 years ago. They found, listen to this, they found this symbol with the morale, the Star of David, and the fish. They found that. Okay? Yes. They found. And then other people say, oh, that's evil, blah, blah, blah. Because it's not the same thought of the other 4 gods, you know? It's just a symbol. And it's not the same thought to the other 4 gods, you know. Yeah, it's amazing. They found. I saw the video, and they found this fleet symbol together. Okay. Better. Okay, let me turn off the poll, the vote, and hold on. Let me turn the vote. There's it's the vote say 100. There's total completed six vote. It says six vote, and yes 0. Okay. No, 100% no, but only 6 people vote no for Yeshua did not say that. You only keep only 2 commandments and the rest not. Okay, that's good. And may the Lord Yeshua HaMashiach bless those people who vote 6 people. Okay. So anyway, vale, I'm closing the channel. So may the Lord Yeshua HaMashiach bless you, all of you. Thank you for watching me and this channel in English, most English. Okay. So I know. So thank you for everything. Baruch atah Adonai, Shema Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Aha. Amen. Amen. Blessed is the Lord. Hear Israel. The Lord is our God, and the Lord is one. Amen. Good night, and I love you. Shalom.